I want to share with you a story that was posted on Facebook yesterday, and it's public. It's from an insurance agent named Tony Merwin. Tony's one of the good guys, and he's outlining here the difference between, I'll just call it out because he's too nice to, a good Medicare agent and a crappy Medicare agent, and how you can tell the difference. This is Tony's post, and I'll read it to you. Today, I had a new client schedule an appointment with me to review her Medicare coverage after finding me online, Tony says. Being local, she scheduled an office appointment, completed my online intake form, and arrived on time, prepared. But it didn't take me long to realize that she was anxious about something. She explained that she was covered under a Medicare Advantage plan, but she wanted a Medicare supplement plan. She went on that she had spoken with another agent recently who had called her, but after expressing her desire to be on a Medicare supplement, he continued pushing her toward another Medicare Advantage plan. As a Medicare supplement, he said, would cost her more than $500 a month. Now, without discounting her statement or disparaging the agent, I asked her one question. Why do you want a Medicare supplement plan? She said, I want to choose my own doctors. I smiled because I'm a bit of a freedom junkie too. I don't like people telling me what to do. So then I explained what the process looks like when you're age 77 and you want to move from a Medicare Advantage plan over to a Medicare supplement plan. It was great until I told her that she would have to answer some health questions to prove evidence of insurability in order to enroll in the Medicare supplement plan. It was at that point that she paused, her eyes filled with tears, her bottom lip curled upward as she was stifling with emotion. She pulled out her phone, swiped it open, handed it to me, and before looking down, she shielded her eyes in embarrassment. I read the screen. It was an email from her doctor. She had just received a diagnosis of breast cancer. As an agent who served in Medicare for 22 years, I've been in this position before. I can feel the weight of it because I now have to tell her that she won't clear those health questions that I just mentioned. It means that she cannot have a Medicare supplement. She cannot choose her own doctors. She cannot avoid the prior authorization that goes with Medicare Advantage. She's not fully in charge of her health care in likely one of the most vulnerable moments of her life, alone diagnosed with cancer. She can only accept the quality of care that an insurance company, Medicare Advantage, believes that she deserves. Bean counters, not physicians. Her bottom lip quivered more. But as I tried to ease her mind, I also asked about her current Medicare Advantage plan, as I wanted to start comparing options and looking for how I could best help her tackle her new health status. It was at that moment that I discovered her golden ticket had arrived. It turns out that her Medicare Advantage her plan was one of the ones leaving the market, canceling coverage for more than 3 million beneficiaries coast to coast. I smiled again, looked her in the eyes, and assured her more confidently, everything's going to be just fine. When someone loses their Medicare Advantage plan involuntarily, they have rights that allowed her guaranteed acceptance into a Medicare supplement plan without having to answer those health questions. No evidence of insurability, no pre-existing conditions, no waiting period, guaranteed acceptance, day one coverage. Her eyes filled with tears again. Oh my God, thank you, she said. It's going to be over $500 a month, she said. I said, not quite. How's $165 a month? She stared at me with a clenched jaw. She couldn't believe it. I had to ask, is that still too much? Why did he tell me it was going to be over $500 a month, she asked. So again, without disparaging the other agent, I replied, I can't answer for other people, but here, look at my screen. It's $165 a month. Does that work? 20 minutes later, one of my favorite new clients walked out of my office, feeling at ease, ready to go home and sip on a glass of wine. Knowing that January, she has the type of coverage that she wants, the type of coverage that puts her in the driver's seat, not a third party driven by profit margins. This is what real agents do in this business. And then he goes on to say that she knew some of his family. And I just want to encourage you, if you have an agent who's only showing you one thing, and that's Medicare Advantage, you need to find a different agent, preferably an independent broker that knows Medicare supplement. And here's what I've discovered over 28 years. There are a lot of agents out there who have never in their life had someone approved with a Medicare supplement. What do I mean? A lot of agents chase people who are turning 65. Why? Because it's super easy. When you're turning 65, you have a 6-month window there, technically 7, where you can choose any plan you want. You can do a Medicare Advantage or you can do a Medicare supplement plan. You can do anything you want. So those agents are really pushing people in the majority of cases into a Medicare Advantage plan because it'll pay 2 or 3 times the commission. And the best thing that they say is it includes everything from original Medicare plus a dental plan plus vision plus it's this plus more, and it's free. There are no premiums to pay. You've reached the golden ticket to the world because you've got this free plan with all of this Medicare stuff plus this plus that. It's a lie from literally the pit of hell. And if they were honest, they would say, here's what you give up and here's what you could have on the other side. At least give them the option. Tony is one of those agents who tells it like it is. He'll tell you, you can have this, but if you can't afford this or you don't want this, that's fine, but let me get you clear on what you're going to give up if you go in the world of Medicare Advantage. Now, I know a lot of you are going to comment and you're going to say, Chris, why don't you sell Medicare Advantage plans? Our office does. They do hundreds of them a month. You know why? Because some people literally cannot afford the best health care, and they never will be able to. And so that's fine. There's a Medicare Advantage plan that's probably going to be best fit for you, but at least have someone with integrity who's going to fight for you and give you the plan that's going to be best lined up for you. But first, start with education, like Tony does. He would tell you what the different choices are, and he'll give you the option rather than just shoving a round peg in a square hole and making sure that everybody has nothing but Medicare Advantage plan. They say a carpenter with only one tool, that's a hammer, thinks that everything looks like a nail.
Come back here! You need this plan!
And for far too many agents in this country for far too long, all they've been shoving is Medicare Advantage, not even telling people that they could stick with original Medicare that they've earned through payroll taxes their entire lives. That's original Medicare, with the freedom and the flexibility to go literally anywhere you want to go. Any cancer treatment, any specialty treatment, you can go across the country just by telling them, I've got original Medicare, and if you're smart, a Medicare supplement plan, so you don't have to pay the 20% of the unlimited costs of original Medicare. So find an agent like Tony. Thanks for watching.
Come back! You need this plan!